Thank you for tuning in to the Art of Grace podcast, where God is creating a better you. I am your host, Farrah. Today's special guest is none other than Tiara. She's so pretty, a speaker, author, and mentor. Listen in as Tiara shares about her new book, Single and Pretty, Breaking Up with Fake Love, Fake Friends, and the Nightlife. You don't want to miss this episode. Listen in. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Art of Grace podcast, where God is creating a better you. Listen, look where I am finally at. I finally got this interview with Tiara. She's so pretty. I am so excited about this episode, and can I tell you, I love impromptu interviews, okay? So you guys know how busy I am, but today I had some time. I reached out to her this morning. She's like, Farrah, come on over. I've got some time. And so I want to read her bio to you. And for you, those of you who don't know who she is, you will know who she is after this episode. So I would like to introduce you to and welcome to my podcast today. We have Tiara. She's so pretty, a speaker, author, mentor, hairstylist, lash tech, a member of Toastmasters Club, and entrepreneur, dedicated to empowering young women to embrace their identity and live confidently. As the founder of The Pretty Way, which gives young women through a transformative that helps them pursue their passions. She is the author of Single and Pretty, Breaking Up with Fake Love, Fake Friends, and the Nightlife. Along with her course, equips young women to build self-worth and set healthy boundaries. Through her online communities, the PRETTY Ladies Circle, The Pretty Smart Advice, her engaging content on social media, Tiara creates uplifting spaces for personal growth. A woman of faith, she is on a mission to help young women thrive in their purpose and live in the fullness of God's love. Welcome with me, Tiara, everybody.
Oh my God, Farrah.
Can I tell you,
Jesus.
I was so surprised when I walked in this door at her house. First of all, now she's a walking billboard of gorgeous, but I didn't know that she was an esthetician.
Yes.
Had no idea. I knew
Yes.
she was an author. She has content out there. I'm like blown away.
Yeah. Fun fact about me, Farrah. I've been an
Yes.
esthetician since I was 10 years old.
Oh my God.
Since I was 10 years old. I've been licensed since
It shows people.
2016, I believe. I've been licensed since 2016. But I have been an esthetician. I have been doing hair, eyelashes. Hair since 10, eyelashes since the age of 14, right?
Wow.
It's in my blood. My brother is a barber. My cousin has owned a hair salon for over 15 years.
Wow.
It's literally in our blood. Like we do our own hair. We do our own, in our family.
You know what? I remember meeting her because we were just talking today about how we met each other. I met her just a few months ago. I was at an event, kind of the same thing like you said. I mean, not really last minute, but it was like she was there. I told people, hey, I have a podcast. I would love for people to sign up. And I remember me and my friend Rachel, who was there, we said, ooh.
I'm coming.
Her hair is gorgeous because you had your hair so nice and cropped.
Oh, that was my short haircut,
yes.
right? I did that too
my
myself.
Gosh.
Yeah, I did that myself.
I mean, but then, okay, it wasn't only about the outside beauty, but just within the few 4 or 5 minutes that me and her talked, I said, okay, she's a whole episode in herself. I have got to have her on air. And we've been trying to get together, and it was all me with my crazy schedule. You guys know that. But I'm so thankful for your yes today.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for texting me.
Yes.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. It was divine.
It was divine.
It was divine.
And you know, she's from Michigan.
Yeah.
She is from a cold place and a warm place. How does it feel to be here right now?
Oh, good. I love Florida. This is my place to be.
Yeah. So do you plan on going anywhere, or is this your final place you think? I mean, well, we can say that, but I'm just saying for right now.
Listen, let me tell you something. First off, I've always said Florida is my home, right?
Yeah.
Ever since I think I was 18 when I stepped foot off of Miami Airport, and I was like, I'm moving there one day.
Did you come here by yourself?
No, I came here. It was a spring break. I was a student. I was a college student, and you know how people go to
Miami folks.
Yeah.
Look, these Michigan folks in the messed up for Miami.
Yeah.
Because it's this is always the talk of the podcast.
Yes.
So for you spring breakers who love to come to Florida, not to say we don't want you here, but Miami has shut the city down because of you people. Because I watch on all the podcasts.
Yes.
So you were one of those spring breakers.
Yes. Yes,
oh my gosh.
That never went home in my heart. But in 2014, God told me to set a date, and it was like it's time for you to go.
Yes,
So I saved up some money, and I literally drove down in my Honda Accord, sold all my stuff, Came down here on literally from a word from God.
Wow.
My family thought I was crazy. I think they still think.
Can I tell you
They
something
still think I'm
too?
crazy just a little bit.
I was
We're both
sitting in
though.
here as Tiara stepped away to let me do my setup, and I was like, "Oh," I said, "Tiara, you have elevation worship playing."
Yeah.
And I love watching your content because as much as you we can get online and do the shenanigans, you get on there as a young female and you share your walk.
Yep.
And a lot of people, although they love the Lord at your age and at my big old age, some people don't show that online, right? But you do. You be in here cutting this couch up. Let me tell you, I'm in front of the couch, people.
See the dick.
The couch. And she be in here. I mean, she shows you what she's doing, right? And it's not that she has to show us that, because I know that's what's within you.
Yeah, I don't know any other way to be. One of my biggest flexes is I tell people that I've never been churched.
Okay.
So I went to church. I can't even say I've joined church, but I would attend some people's churches. Yeah. People would always invite me and stuff like that, but I wasn't raised in church. And I thank God for that, because I know God as Father. Yeah. I knew God as Father. Yeah. Now, as recently as the last 3 years, I now know Him as Lord, yes. Right? Which was always my walk, my tug and pull in the, halfway in, halfway out within the Lord, right? Yeah. But since a child, I've known Him as Father. So I always had my relationship with Him. So I didn't feel like I really needed to be in a church. And so I didn't pick up on a lot of those really bad habits. So all I know how to be is vulnerable. Anybody who will tell you like this, anybody from elementary on until they be like, Tiara, you always been like this, girl. Yeah. Everybody, I'm talking, I don't care, teachers, coaches, like you've always been real. You've always been open, honest, and transparent about your walk, what you're going through. Yeah. Right now, this is the most vulnerable I feel like I've been ever, besides my book. But I'm honest about it. I've surrendered it to God. But it is I was going through some financial stuff, right? I'm still going through some financial stuff over the last two years. God helped me get this home. Had me quit my job.
I love this area.
I'm talking about the money was flowing, everything was doing good. And then I started doing things with my income that I wasn't supposed to be doing, right? I started doing things in this home that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I had to pay the consequences for that, to the point where, the money started drying up. And I had to get on my knees. God, I need you. I'm sorry. I repent, so now I'm in this space where, fully trusting Him on my finances is beautiful. The walk is beautiful. He's shedding, I invite Him into the refining process. Burn me, Lord, burn me, pull it out, whatever's in me, because I no longer want to be served. It's my mission to get anything out of me that is not of Him. Does that make sense? Definitely. I don't want none of Satan in me no more. I won't look baby Satan in me. Not even a little bit. So refine me. Anything that's in me, if it's mammon, if it's control, if it's pride, if it's greed, whatever it is, only you know my heart. Search my heart, oh Lord. Bring everything that is not of you to the forefront so we can burn it. Burn it at the cross. And he has me right now being vulnerable in my private Facebook group called the Pretty Lady Circle, right? So right now I started today will be day 3, but I don't have an update today because I didn't do the things I said I was going to do, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But I did the first 2 days where I'm doing my financial. I was basically open and vulnerable about how much debt I'm in, and how God is about to get me out. Wow.
I love how you have your vision boards over here. As I walked in, I love that because you have it right out here in front of you.
Yes.
She has a beautiful studio for those who are looking for a beautician, an esthetician, a lash tech. I'm telling you, it is a beautiful environment. It's a God environment. You can feel it. The presence of the Lord is here. It was just, it felt so good.
Pretty.
So what did your family think when you decided to move to Florida by yourself?
That was crazy.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you going? Yes, I'm going. But that's the only thing of, okay, by the time I decided, I think I was 24 years old.
Yeah.
So by that time, they knew my character, like,
Yeah.
by that, because I've
Yeah.
always been doing what I wanted to do since I was a kid. Like,
Yes.
you really can't tell me no. I've always been an obedient person, but when God tells me to do something, I don't
Yeah.
care what y'all are talking about.
You can't change my mind.
You can't change
my mind.
You can't change my mind. I don't
Yeah.
care what you're saying. You don't know what he knows.
Yes.
So I'm going to go where he's telling me to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he told me to come here. I got a second job. I saved up about $7,000, I believe, and that's when what was the site? Craigslist.
Oh.
Craigslist, all of that stuff used
Yes.
to be popping, so you can put the stuff on there. Right
Yep.
now, it's Facebook Marketplace,
Yep,
but
that's
back
my
in the
other place.
day, it used to be Craigslist. I put all my stuff. I sold everything.
Wow.
Packed up my Honda Accord, and girl,
Gone.
I've been here ever since. And
Wow.
when it got hard,
Yes.
my family was like, you can come back home. I was like, no, I cannot. Like, coming back home wasn't an option.
Yeah.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Quitting my job when he told me to quit, when I bought, like, I'm talking about, I bought this house October 30th of 2019.
Wow.
By November 2nd, I believe, quit your job, effective immediately. My family is like,
Wow.
you just bought a house. How are you going to pay
Yeah.
your mortgage? I don't know.
And by the grace of God, you bought it at a good time before
Yes.
the COVID situation happened, right? Because that's a whole nother.
But check that out. God's provision. He
Yeah.
told me to quit. He knew COVID was coming.
Yes.
I quit for 3 months before all the layoff, all the
Yes,
furloughs. I got
yeah.
to get my 401k money.
Oh my
I had all
gosh.
my money in the bank. I was good.
Beautiful.
And then I was able to get the unemployment.
Yes.
So I was flowing in cash.
Yeah.
And then September, that's when he grew my business. He grew the esthetician business. Because
Yes.
remember, everybody needed masks.
Yes.
You couldn't wear the makeup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Eyelashes was popping.
So the eyelashes, the
Eyelashes
earrings.
was popping. I was making so much money, boy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was the money was flowing for all of those years.
So when you
and then
posted
like
online, how do people find you?
social media.
Social media.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it was mainly word of mouth.
Yes.
I'm more of a word of mouth person.
Yeah.
I would get on social media and post a picture here and there, but that wasn't how I was bringing it in. And I would
Gotcha.
go out to different networking events, and I still couldn't bring in my own clients.
Wow.
It was every client who left here went out and told somebody. I don't care if they was in a dentist's office. I don't care if they were in a in Publix, in Starbucks line, at getting a vagina waxed at the wax studio, whoever it was, they were like, "Who did your lashes?" And they came. It was
Wow.
had a little booking system, still same booking system, and yeah, they was coming. And they still are coming. It's a little slower than what I'm used to, but they coming back.
Well, you're teaching me something here, because recently someone spoke to me about my podcast not only being a hobby but a business, right?
Yes.
So I'm very frightened on, okay, I have these women who I want to highlight their businesses and highlight what they do, and how do I ask these people for money, because I love them, I care about them.
Yeah.
You know, I have something to give. But yet, like, you had a business, you know, how'd you get past that fear? Oh, my friends, I'm doing it for free. Come on over, girl. Let me do it. Just bring the lashes with you.
Well, that's still a problem for me, because I still do stuff for free.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're still growing
like
in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still, because in order to get, you have to give. You have to be a giver at your heart.
It's that sewing part of me, knowing that that God is going to do that for me.
Yeah.
And that favor is my currency, right?
Exactly.
And so, you know, we get back. I mean, I'm looking at your home, right? There's people your age and my age that don't own homes.
Yeah.
Right now, they're still renting, or they're still roommating and things like that.
Yeah.
But yet you have something that you can say, this is mine, and I'm, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all glory to God,
Yeah.
right? All glory to
Yeah.
God, being obedient, walking in his path, walking in his light
Yeah.
is one of the advice I can say. But then just make your prices. Set your prices,
Yeah.
make your prices known, and the people will come.
Yeah.
He will send it. He will send the help, he will send the resources.
Yes.
And when it comes to who do you give to and who do you don't get used, I'm always one of those people where I'm always letting people live with me for free. Like I always live for real. My clients will say like, you got somebody else living with you, but it's like a temporary type of situation.
Yes.
Like I'm kind of like this halfway point. People who's trying to come down here,
Yeah.
trying to find their footing.
Because
I got another room
you
upstairs.
You know what you had to go through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one of my gifts, but I have to learn how to steward that, and I have to be able to have boundaries,
Yeah.
because I've been burned so many times when it comes to letting people just be like, oh, the Lord is going to provide for us, and but they get laxed in a situation, and they stop fighting, and then I become the one who's supporting and stuff like that. So I understand your heart when it comes, and I feel like people take your kindness for weakness. I know exactly what that feels like, but it comes to a point where I just learned my lesson not even 4 months ago. God says set boundaries, and the next person that come into your house, they signing a lease.
First of all, the Spirit of the Lord is here.
Yes.
I mean, like you said, we're going to jump into this after this, right? This question and stuff right here. But this space, this is your sanctuary.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so, me and Tiara was talking a few minutes ago about how, when you make your home your sanctuary, it is hard to leave your home.
Yes.
So it's me and God, right?
Yeah.
But what about my other friends out there that I need to meet, these circles? Yeah. So you were like me. I was sitting at work last year, February, and I'm sitting there, it's probably exactly 1 year, and I'm like, I don't have to go home tonight. I can reach out to Dr. Harriet and see what's going on tonight.
Yes.
She's been inviting me out for, I don't know, umpteen years.
Yes.
Hey, Farrah, I'm doing a networking event tonight. Come through. And I have not been home since. Thank you, Dr. Harriet Roberson.
Thank you, Dr. Harriet.
So now, Tiara was saying that's the space that you're in now, right?
Yes.
Because we need what you have.
Yes. About 6 months ago, God told me your treasure is outside. I've been in this house since COVID. I've made camp in this house. I built my altar in this house. Yes. People want to see me. You come to this house, right? The presence of the Lord is here. Why do I have to go out? It's so comfortable here. I don't have to go anywhere, but he said you got to get outside. You got to network. Your resources are outside. You say you want help with your book, your resources outside. You say you want resources with your sharing your message, your resources are outside. You say you want resources with just a new network of friends. Like my old network of friends, they're still there. Yeah. But to do these new things that God is calling me to do, I need new friends, new divine connections, new sister circles. I need all of that. And it's just like I got comfortable, right? And he always pulls me out of my comfortability, but I got comfortable in my situation. So he had to pull some of my resources. He had to pull me out so I can come out. Like he has to make it uncomfortable for you, because he do be making it cushy for you. Yes. I ain't gotta leave. I can barely promote online, and the people gonna come in. My stuff is booked from sun up to sundown every day. As long as I have it available, I can go to any trip that I want to go on. I can provide for myself. And then you say, let the money dry up. Is she still gonna serve you? Is she still gonna do what she tell you to do? Listen, I ain't got no choice but to do it, God. I'm right here. I ain't got no choice. The treasure is outside. What umbrella? Because it's hot out there right now. Let me see. Like, where's the umbrella with my sunblock? Because I'm gonna go outside, Lord.
Yes. And we want you outside. I'm so happy that. Because it's funny, because the event that we was at, shout out to Josephine, and congratulations on your 5-year anniversary.
Yes, Josephine, congratulations.
So here's the thing, you were invited by a friend, right?
Yep.
I met Josephine at a friend's house.
Wow.
She happened to be popping in, and she saw me and another set of our friends there, Face 10 Divas.
So sweet.
And she's like, hey, they're a lively bunch. You guys want to come to my event? And then I ended up being a sponsor on the event. Came out that night, and then you were there. And look, I love that place that event was at, but the parking, Orlando, do something about the parking downtown. And I was about to go home, because it wasn't because I didn't want to be at the event, but it's just the parking. But sometimes that thing that's trying to hold you up it's meant for you to meet somebody in that room, right?
It is.
And so, it was cold that night. We parked, came in, had a great time, and had an opportunity to meet you in a plethora of other people.
And look at us now.
Yes.
Yeah. God is good.
He's so good. So now, who invited you to that event?
My homegirl, Liza, her best friend, Jonathan, is an associate with Sunset Realty, I believe it is. Yeah, he's a realtor there. Wow. So she was invited by him, because she supports him. And then I'm always third wheeled or something. I don't know. They knew my situation. Yeah. Me and her are really close. I do her hair, I do her eyelashes. Yes. I style her. I make sure she's pretty. She's Liza, Lady Mystique. She's in the Caribbean community, and she does all of the MC, the mics, and all of the things, right? All of them. Yeah, they all right now on Carnival. I just got all of them together. All their lashes, all their hair, all of my Carnival girls. They over in Trinidad right now.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
yes,
the last bunch.
How do I not know this? Because my husband's family's Trinidadian, so I should have known that.
They over there.
That's right.
They over there in Trinidad right now. The last bunch I just finished up last night. Doing eyelashes. They should be on a plane right now, heading over there.
Wow.
Yeah, having a time. Yeah.
You know, we look at you're an esthetician. Like, okay, we're showing up in a room of realtors. Like, what does that look like? But you show up, and you don't know what the connections might be in that room.
No.
Right? You don't even know.
No, you don't. You just got to be open to going and just open your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, open your mouth, speak, smile. Me, I've always been a social person. Like my career before this was in, first off in bars. I used to work in bars. I used to work in strip clubs. I used to work in, one of my really proud jobs, I used to work in Victoria's Secret, y'all. Listen, Victoria's Secret was my spot. Can y'all tell? Like, I used to work at Victoria's.
Listen, I have one of my little nieces used to work there, and she used to.
So you had to talk to people all the time.
Yes, and she had the personality for it.
Yeah. I sold a lot.
Oh my gosh.
I sold a lot. So, and to get up into this field, and it's nothing for me to talk, you know, but it's to what are you talking about? My conversations are different now. Yes. Conversations are different. It's not let's go out and have drinks and let's party. It's like, yo, like how we finna network? Let's how can I impact your business? How could you, help influence and impact mine? How can we work together? How can we grow? How can we impact the kingdom?
Exactly. Listen, I want you all to stay with me because Tiara has something to tell you. We're going to take a quick break. She's going to share a message with you, share something with you that she has to offer. Stick to the end of this podcast and you might win something. We'll see you back in just a few minutes.
Hey pretty ladies, how y'all doing? It's your girl Tiara, She's So Pretty here, author, speaker, and mentor to young ladies in college, helping them navigate life with confidence and with purpose. How are y'all enjoying the Art of Grace podcast right now? I mean, I am blown away with just the dynamic duo of me, myself, and Farrah right now. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time because it's definitely a second half to this show, and I'm not going to hold you up. I just wanted to come on here and give, right? This is my opportunity to give back, and I am giving away however Farrah wants to select a winner, whoever the lucky winner or winners are. I am going to give a free signed copy of my book, Single and Pretty, Breaking Up with Fake Love, Fake Friends, and a Nightlife. And then I'm also going to add on to that, not just reading a book, but also taking a 6-week course. So you have 6 weeks access to the Pretty Way course, okay? And listen, pretty ladies, I love you. My motto is there's always a better version of you out there. You just have to be brave enough to grow into her. And remember, ladies, with everything that you do, always do it the pretty way, the pretty way, the pretty way. All right, see y'all later.
Everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. Did you enjoy that message from Tiara? Listen, get in contact with her on her socials so you can win that prize.
Hit me up, ladies.
We're going to continue on with the episode. We're going to talk about the book.
Okay.
Single and Pretty. And in your bio, we talked about the young girls. So now tell me what that started from.
Okay, but you got to read the whole thing.
Yes.
You got to read the whole thing. It's Single and Pretty.
Single and Pretty.
Breaking Up with Fake Love, Fake Friends, and a Nightlife.
Wow.
Wow. So it's interesting, right? The fact that when God told me to write this book, I was still out in the streets.
I would say, where were you in your life?
Where was I at? I was in a place where I was still 9 toes with God, and the other one, the pinky, was still out in the streets. Okay, because at this point, I had,
and I'm just gonna let her know that that's a lot of people.
Well, I was just a basic Christian.
Yes,
I was a basic Christian.
Yeah.
Let's just put it there. I was a basic Christian. I knew God. But I didn't know all of his decrees, his laws, his rules, the way of life that he had for us. Like I said, I didn't know him as Lord. I knew him as Dad. Yeah. And just like any parent wants best for their kid, but the kid's still going to go out and do what they want to do, I was still up in that phase. But by this time, I had been arrested twice already, right? So I've been to jail twice. Okay. I went through my whole DUI process, right? That was my last arrest, was DUI. And went through that,
and you're here by yourself going through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, no family here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here by myself. I mean, I have support, you know, from home and stuff like that, but it was something that I went through by myself and alone because I was going through shame. So it wasn't something that I wanted to express out loud. Now I'm comfortable, like, can't nothing stop. I'm vulnerable. I'm an open book. Like, God has the shame ain't on me no more, right?
And can I tell you, there's a good percentage of girls who get arrested here. I mean, I want people to know that. I mean,
I've had it's a trap.
Yeah, it is.
It's a trap.
It really is.
They're outside ready to get you. It's a lot of people that's waking up in 33rd.
Yes, I mean, I had an opportunity to do some volunteer work and have got a chance to walk through the prison in Seminole County and to see the girls there. Yeah. And and to see what they're going through, their transition. I have a few friends who work in the police department. And they're so young. Yeah, they're so young. And I'm glad you brought up, well, maybe I brought up the jail type thing, but I just joined a group called Urban Youth Justice. Okay. And they are, it's a group of men that go around to the men prisons, but it's also a group of the women, small group of women, God spirit-led group of women that goes into the women prisons. I just joined this group, and for the first time I was able to go into Les Peters Academy, which is a juvenile detention prison for young females between the ages, I believe, 8 to 18. 8 to 18. 8 years old? Yeah. Oh, yeah, 8 to 18 years old. So we went in on Valentine's Day. Recently. And so on this walk, so back to the book, right? Yeah. So God tells me to write this book. And I'm like, all right, because I'm obedient. Whenever he tells, like I told you, like, I don't care what nobody else said. I don't know why I'm doing. I'm blind, Lord. I don't know. I'm following by faith. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. Yeah. So I start writing a book. I set up the time. I said, God, okay, if you want me to write this book, I've never wrote a book before. I just started actively reading during COVID, right? It's 2023. You're going to have to help me. So I literally set the time. I cut my work schedule in half. So instead of working until 2 p.m., instead of working into 8 p.m., I cut my schedule into probably 4 p.m., right? Okay. And I would spend the last 2 to 3 hours of my day writing. Wow. Every day. I wrote this book in 4 months. Really? 4 months I wrote this book. And it could have been faster, but I ended up going on a trip. So I wrote that book in 4 months. Every day, it was like once I accepted the yes to write it, memories, like old memories, just phrases, all type of stuff was coming up to me, to where when I put pen to the paper and I just was like, Holy Spirit, help me, I couldn't stop writing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They call it like a scribal anointing, right? Yeah. It comes up on you, like how people, that's how the people wrote the Bible, right? It's a scribal anointing. So I was able to write. And it got so, I got probably through the first 3 chapters, and God reminded me of my friend Tasha, who edits, and she writes bios for people and everything. So me and her, we had never worked. We had tried so many times to work together, but we never really got the chance to work together. So she moved away, and I just hit her up, and I was like, hey, God told me to write this book. Are you able to edit it for me? She's like, yeah. So as I'm writing, she's editing. Oh, wow. Writing, she's editing. God told me I had 6 months to complete my book. I finished it in 4. By the time she was done editing it, it was by June, by month 6. So it was completely done, right? And then by month 8, fell in my lap. I was having a conversation with my godmother because her mother had passed. So I called her to check up on her. And then she's just, like everything, she don't want to, talk about her. She want to talk about me. What you been up to? And I'm like, I wrote a book, but I don't know what else to do. I've been praying, but, I've been reaching out to people, and it's been like, no. So I said, I left it up to God. God, if you told me to write this book, wherever it's supposed to go, it's going to go, right? So less than, I'd say 2 weeks after that. So by the month of August, God, literally, my godmom had told me, hey, just call, X, Y, and Z. Call 120 Publishing, right? Call 120 Publishing. It's this, it was her cousin at the time, right? Wow. So call Tashana, call 120 Publishing. Wow. And so I messaged her on Messenger. And before you knew it, I was signing my contract for a publishing deal. And by December of 2023, I launched this book, right? I had my book launch, right? And at my book launch, people kept asking me,
Like, who is your book for? Blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do after? I don't know. No. I don't know, right?
Get onto some more platforms.
I don't know.
This book,
it's
need to get it in your hand.
Listen, it's a thing, right? It wasn't until I went to that prison, because I believe every woman can benefit from this.
Yes.
But this book was specifically written for a group of young ladies.
Yes.
It was specifically written for that the young ladies who are lost, the ones that are in toxic, abusive relationships, the ones that are in and out of the nightlife, the ones that don't know their purpose, the ones that are searching though, right? They are searching for it. They know that their life is bigger than what they're going through, but they're lost. They need seeds to be planted. So this book ain't nothing but seeds. Wow. It's nothing, and God has made that very clear that, Tiara, your job it ain't for you to water. It ain't for you to try to do it. Your job is to plant seeds of growth, self-worth, confidence, self-esteem, and purpose in them. Right? That's it. That's all this book is doing. It's giving you another way to think about your situation that you're going through, because 9 times out of 10, I done been through it already. I talk about it in this book. But to be more specific, I do have...
I was going to ask you this question because you're going out to the prisons now, to these young ladies. What was your breaking point, where you said, okay, no longer?
When
you went to prison.
When I went to prison, when I went to jail?
So when you went, so what can you share with these young ladies who are in there?
Okay, so first off, the embarrassment, okay, so the first time I went to jail, I had to go to jail. That was a lesson that I feel like somebody should have taught me a long time ago, right? I was a college student. I was 17 years old. I was a freshman in college. Me and my roommate got into an argument, and she hit me, and then I hit her. Right? But because she was of another race, she went and told, right? She went and told the cops. When the cops came, they asked me, did I hit her? They didn't ask what happened. They said, did you hit her? I said, yes, I hit her. I was arrested. So I didn't know that I needed to say she hit me first. So I ended up in a situation because of the lack of knowledge.
Got it.
Right? It was pure lack of knowledge, because if anything, she should have went to jail that night, and I don't think they would have took her to jail. They probably would have found some type of mediator to have us separate us for the night, and I wouldn't even have to go through that, right? So that was just lack of knowledge. Listen, if somebody else put their hands on you, you have the right to defend yourself, but you have to say, they hit me first, right? Like it's so I defended myself, but I got arrested because of lack of knowledge, right? The second time is because I was arrested for a DUI. I was definitely driving drunk. I believe that undercover officer downtown Orlando was an angel from God. It was a saving grace, because if I would have got on I-4, there's no telling what would have happened with my life. I could have killed myself. I could have killed somebody else. And by the grace of God, I got pulled over before I ever got on that interstate. And the breaking point for me was because I was drunk when I went in, hands down, screaming, screaming the blood of Jesus.
They have all these body cams now. And I was recently a part of this organization that would look at the videos to make sure that people being treated fairly, but DeSantis is taking that away now.
Oh, he is?
He is. It's been
Listen, I never looked at my body cam footage. I never even looked at my mugshot. I was like, I don't want to, God was like,
that's not you anyway.
So this is where my breaking point was. I got arrested, and then they sit you in this holding period. But when I got searched, strip searched, because I had to, once I got searched, listen, I had a wig on, Farrah. They took my wig off.
Listen,
I'm talking about braids looking a mess, I was looking a mess. So I was sitting up in there in front of people. I'm drunk. I'm like, I can't believe I was just here, because I was just out having fun with my friends. How did I get arrested? How did this happen to me? But when I woke up the next morning, I was a little bit more sober. I got myself out. Went and got my car, but when I went home, when I tell you I got on my knees, he broke me all the way down. But I thank God. I always tell people, I thank God for my DUI changed my life. My DUI, because God will come and get you. And you better take those hints when he put you rock bottom. I'm glad that was my rock bottom. I'm glad my rock bottom wasn't in prison. I only had to spend a couple hours in jail. I'm glad that I didn't kill nobody. Because I have a family member who got a DUI. He killed someone. He had to spend 10 years in in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To battle that. Then now you're going through hell. You know what I'm saying? So God, listen, if that's what you had to do to pull me out of it.
Yeah. And sometimes we have to hit that wall in order for God to know that God is like, okay, now she hears me.
Yes.
Now she hears me.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yes.
He got me out of it. I don't have a DUI no more.
Oh,
I mean, I got a lawyer.
Yes.
He got me through it.
Yeah.
I walked through the process of going to AA. I walked through the process of going to counseling. I even got the blow.
That breathalyzer.
Yeah, the breathalyzer.
Yes.
I went through all of that.
Yeah.
And the point that through this whole process, I started getting promoted at work. I started my lash business, She's So Pretty, my beauty business, She's So Pretty, all of the things. And God said, I can redeem you. I can restore you. So a lot of that story is in my book, ladies.
No residue. It's like
no residue. Oh yeah.
It's like the three.
Oh, he can listen.
Oh my God.
Listen. So, ladies, if you haven't found your purpose, if you don't know what's next for your life, if your money is low, if you don't know your value, if you don't know what to do with your life, if your job feels pointless, if you live in life aimlessly, if you love the nightlife, if you're thinking about giving up, if you only pray when you get in trouble, if you have trouble taking accountability, that's a big one for a lot of people. And if you are giving your body away to guys who don't deserve you, get this book.
Get this book.
Single and Pretty, Breaking Up with Fake Love, Fake Friends in a Nightlife.
Yes. And I want to just also premise those who have girls organizations out there and you want something to give these girls to read, those who have come in with trauma and different things.
Yes.
Listen, order a bunch of these books.
Yes,
and give it to these young ladies.
Order them.
We're going to have all of Tiara's information and her platforms, how you
Partner
can
with
find
me.
her. So what do you got coming up next?
Where are you
going to be at?
So that's wherever God sent me. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Like wherever God sent me. But I do want to promote. I'm a speaker, y'all. So speak me at these schools to talk to these kids. I'm trying to figure out how do I get in these schools. I don't know. That's why I'm getting outside and networking. God, please let this be a
Somebody's
vessel.
watching.
Let this podcast be a vessel to use me. I would love to teach my course live of the Pretty Way.
I love that.
It's online. And just like I said in my commercial, whoever wins this will get a copy of this book and will get free access for 6 weeks to my course, The Pretty Way.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I want access.
You want access? You can get access, girl. We friends
so
now.
Listen, also, share about your business. You know, what you do with the lashes, hair, all of that good stuff.
Well, I like to tell people that I'm a beautician, right? I make people pretty from the inside and out. And I do eyelash extensions, I do eyebrow tinting, I do hair extensions, sew-ins. I even can braid. I don't like to tell people I can braid because braiding, you'll be up in this house forever. Or whatever. Hands be cramping up, carpal tunnel, all right? So I braid anything, all of it. I do all of it. I just don't do the lace front wigs. I don't do that. I don't mess around with the lace. But I do everything else. I do tape-in extensions, K-tips, I-tips, all of that.
Definitely go to her page. I saw it, and she has all different types of clients. She's all over every
nationality. Everybody. White, black, Spanish, Asian, Black and Asian, Caribbean, everybody. Everybody who was up in Orlando, because we're a melting pot, they all come to me.
Yes. So listen, everybody, don't forget, I need to say this: like, share, subscribe, and comment this episode. Check out Tiara on her platforms. Check me out. And listen, like she said, she is available for booking. So reach out to her if you have some women's groups, girls groups, youth groups. Let her come out. We gotta start speaking the truth to these young girls.
Talking to my goal is to talk to listen, y'all. God has told me I'm the bridge builder, the change agent, and the reformer for these young girls, right?
I love it.
They come to me, they listen to me. For whatever reason, I don't know. I have the grace for them. Okay? So book me, hire me, support me. Let's partner together. Follow me on social media at Tiara_She's So Pretty. That's at TIARA_SHISOPRETTY. And y'all, let's work. Let's do this work for the kingdom.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm a mentor. I have the grace to mentor these young ladies. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, we thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm so thankful. Thank you again, Tiara, for joining me. Thank you. I'm going to be praying that God just you're going to have so much abundance with this, because it's a ministry. It's a ministry.
It is.
It's
I'm so excited. And I'll be waking up, I'll be like, I don't know what you got me doing today.
Yes.
But just like today, look at this is crazy.
It is.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, well,
I can't I accept it. I said, God, you're the God of the best surprises. Keep surprising me.
Yes.
I love it when he surprises me.
Yes.
Love it. I always like to stay open, childlike, and just full of grace and his mercy and just his light. That's really my main thing. I just want to keep giving back, getting outside, just planting seeds.
That's it. Well, we love it. We love it. She's going to be planting them seeds.
Yeah.
But thank you, everybody, for watching. Until the next episode, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Okay? We look forward to hearing back from you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, did you enjoy today's episode with Tiara, She's So Pretty? If you want to win that prize, you have to look out for me and Tiara on our upcoming Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And check us out on our other many platforms. Until next time.